Right. So, Kaya, Nova, or the Nova-looking frame, is the keeper of the temporal Archimedia, and she is a genius. And from here onwards, let's call this massive spoilers, because it kind of is. Because when you get into her Kim system, she basically turns around and says, if anybody is reading this, it was Kaya Velasco who figured it out. She's found out how to get out of 1999. I'm not going to go into anything past that because it is a huge spoiler, but it says, sure, come find me in Larunda. I will be waiting, looking out at the stars. So we have to try this. Simply because we have to find this. Did she actually manage to get her way out of 1999 and is on a relay? If so, does that mean the rest of them could possibly do the same thing? That would be tactical alerts with the Hex Syndicate members fighting alongside you in the Origin system. Ooh, the possibilities would instantly become infinite. But for this, we are obviously going to have to actually go to the Larunda relay, which is, of course, Mercury. Well, that didn't take long to find. Can you see it? She's standing against the back wall. Is she accessible? Does she have menu or something? Is she... that fell off. Let's just see what she has to say, shall we?
You knew all along, right? That I'd make it? Because when you left for 1999, I was already here, wasn't I? But you let me figure it out for myself, without helping. Thanks. For not spoiling how my story ends.
Was she? Obviously, there is a lot of people who've already got to this point within the Kim system, because I can't help but notice there's basically tons of people who are already here. I shall leave you here with her while I have a quick experiment to run. Is she still here? Oh, come on. How? Why is this a thing? Do you have any idea how tempting of a thumbnail that would be? I mean, massive spoilers and everything else, but still. Can actually see her... Well, to be fair, I've seen them on other frames running around with the Kaya Gemini skin on. I keep wanting to say proto frame. And yeah, it is weird seeing Nova's feet actually have kind of shoes on them, because it's kind of the Nova pants over actual shoes rather than be part of the frame. But she is barely sitting on there. Also, last time I checked, looking out at the stars are supposed to be out there. Let's ignore the fact that there isn't any. But I didn't think she would be in the capturer scene for this. Just chilling out here. It's the swinging legs animation that has me just quite literally hanging out there. Why? Just... Was she here previous to this? I don't know. Well, I will admit to spending a little bit of time actually looking into the other ones, and apart from the whole issue with Flair and their relationship with Lizzie, and how that can all go terribly wrong if you take the wrong approach inside of the Kim system, no. And this is why I'm glad I put this off by a day, because I was wrong. There is in fact something for Flare that, well, with Kaya's help, there's a comet that leaves the system and gets back just in time for the Tenno insurgents. That's where Flare will hibernate. Lizzie will make sure they don't oversleep. So, has left you something to look after while he hibernates. That's a weird one. There's lots of story and everything behind it I'm not going to go into. That's kind of spoilerish, but yeah. Flare does in fact give you Lizzie. You cannot, of course, interact with Lizzie, which I thought was a bit of a shame. It would have been quite funny if Lizzie talked to you, or you could interact and Lizzie would speak to you, but nope. It's just a landing craft decoration. That, yes, you can sit down and play. But yes, she will still, of course, be inside of the mall. Just because this has happened does not mean she has left yet. So she's still here. As is Flare. Which leaves us the big question of, apart from how they sit next to each other, what is going to be the big difference between Minerva and Valmir? If you know this, let us know in the comment section, because I've looked and can't find anything about it anywhere. Maybe it just hasn't happened yet. We will have to wait and see, but with that, we'll leave this off here. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.